know that you are busy, so taking the time out, we'll try and get you back to work as quickly as possible. Just tell us, what you're learning on the ground about what's needed and where.
Well, it's a race against time. We're doing our best. We're doing whatever it is that we can. We're here in the south of Turkey. In all honesty, it's devastating. We're hearing harrowing stories of individuals and the suffering that they've had to go through. It was 2 earthquakes. You thought that you can never really recover from the first, and as soon as you think you've recovered, another one comes, and then there are after tremors and all the psychological effect and impact that has on individuals. There's lots of screaming, there's lots of damage. We're still unable completely to know the scale of the devastation, in all honesty. It's really now the focus is with the Civil Protection Society and agencies here in the south of Turkey specifically. It's about search and rescue. In this first critical 72 hours, we're working as hard as we can. Organizations like Islamic Relief are here on the ground assisting the Civil Protection Agency. But one of the challenges, as you can imagine, is that the roadblocks all around the roads and the access is very, very difficult to reach the epicenter and the surrounding sort of areas. Added to that, now we're finding there are fuel shortages. So some of the cranes and some of the tractors that we need that are so vital in such a time in order to clear that rubble, unfortunately, we've got fuel shortages. Consistently, there are electrical shortages. There are communication towers that have been sort of cut off at times. So it's really desperate. We're trying to get as many people as possible evacuated. Last night, it was really difficult. It was really cold. You know, these are the coldest months of the year. These are the coldest months of the year here in the south of Turkey and in the north of Syria. And what we're finding, therefore, is that people, obviously, having lost their homes, having lost everything, last night we're trying to put as many of them as possible into sort of emergency shelter, may that be local mosques or be schools or wherever it is that we could find in order to be able to place them. We're then providing food, we're doing medical assessments. There's a lot going on. It's extremely busy, it's extremely challenging, and our message and our appeal to the international community is to support the aid efforts of organizations like Islamic Relief and others that are working on the ground to help us and assist us in being able to help the people. These hours are critical. We're working as hard as we can. The needs are vast, and we're trying to do as much as we can. I must also bring to people's attention the severity of the matter. I mean, you're seeing it on the news. The footage that you see does not by any means show the scale. You have to be here to see it, to feel it, to understand it, to talk to people, to hear their difficulties. You know, you saw that remarkable footage of someone being recovered. We're seeing unbelievable mass graves. People, families are being buried in northern Syria because, there are not enough graves for the amount of bodies that are being recovered. It's shocking. It's unbelievable. And these are the stories we're hearing from some of my colleagues that are just 100 kilometers away from us. They're talking to us about the fact that one of the urgent needs, believe it or not, is body bags. They haven't got enough body bags for the amount of bodies that they're recovering. I want to bring to your attention the situation of Syria specifically because of the fact that, it's been 13 years of war there in Syria. There was already a humanitarian crisis. It was really overcrowded in that area there on the border areas from Turkey. And as you can imagine, due to all of that and the severity of the situation, this has escalated it to a completely other level. Here in Turkey, it's a coordinated effort. In Syria, it's a lot more difficult. So we're seeking the help and support from everyone to help us to reach out to as many people as possible.